Hello, I'm Clary. I've been in eating disorder recovery for 2 years and this week is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. So let's talk about how to be eating disorder aware. Being eating disorder aware doesn't mean that you need to go out and be like a big ambassador for people that are struggling, but rather to just be mindful in your everyday life that actions that you would normally do or things you would normally say can affect people that have eating disorders or can contribute to an environment where eating disorders are being caused and are being triggered. One thing I'd like to make you aware of are certain words that we all use, and I still use them sometimes, and I've been using them for a very long time, that are just not very helpful with regards to eating disorder prevention and eating disorder recovery. I'll give you some examples. Last weekend I've really sinned. I've had a pizza and a burger. Whoa, that brownie is really bad. Oh, at least these fries are reduced guilt because they're reduced fat. Well, these things are things that we say very normally every day. Subconsciously, every time I, as someone who's in recovery, hears these words, I kind of question, are the voices in my head that are telling me that very fatty fries or very sugary brownies are bad real? Or are they an eating disorder? Because my environment seems to also be perceiving these things as bad and sinful and guilt-inducing. And guilt around food is something that people with eating disorders struggle with. And this everyday language encourages that and feeds into that guilt and kind of normalizes that guilt. And I think even many people that wouldn't say that they have disorder eating are probably believing these things themselves. Now there's a whole other conversation to be had around the ethics of food when it comes to animal ethics and the environment and health. But I think generally what we do when we say these words is to imply that there's something ethical about fat, about sugar, about weight gain, about being slim or being fat, which there is not. I remember when I was growing up, I had a horrible step-grandmother who would always say things like, this ice cream is really sinful, or bread is really bad for you, and it does just really have an impact on especially a young mind. So whilst this might not be something that is affecting you or other adults that you know, saying things about food in like an ethical way, you don't know who you might be influencing in a bad way, who is a child or someone who's struggling with body confidence. What can you say instead? I do believe that certain foods that have certain nutritional value, like sugary snacks and fattening foods, are not everyday foods. They are treats and they are things that we want to allow ourselves because they're fun and, they increase the quality of life. So we can call them treats, or we can say that we really indulged over the weekend, or that we really enjoyed something, or that we really treated ourselves very well, that we've been looking after ourselves and we've been eating good food. This is not only helpful with regards to eating disorder awareness, but also just shifts our own focus a bit. Even if you're not struggling with an eating disorder, you shouldn't feel guilty about the fact that you allow yourself a nice treat every once in a while. You should be celebrating it. And so by paying attention to your language, you're not only being a great ally for people with eating disorders and helping to prevent them, but you're also doing yourself a great favour. What are other things that you think might be triggering for people with eating disorders, or might be feeding into a culture that allows eating disorders to develop? Or what are things that you find personally triggering if you are in eating disorder recovery or you're struggling with an eating disorder? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.